All right, coaches, now we're going to take a look at each of these concepts that we talked about sort of in the presentation, the PowerPoint section. We're going to talk about them all and utilize some game film to kind of give you a feel. We're going to start with just our basic inside zone concepts. Okay. So as we start going through these, it's important to keep in mind that we do change the formation a great deal. We will run inside zone under center as well as in the shotgun. I would say that we utilize it slightly more in the gun, probably than we do under center. And it's also important to note you'll see some touchiness here on some of the techniques. If we get a 2-eye, if we get a 2, you will see different combos. One of the things that I think is important to point out is when you see teams that get double 2s, double 2 techniques to head up on the guard, it's really important that you know our base answer for that sort of situation, as you're seeing kind of here, is our center is going to combo with the play side. He's going to combo with the play side guard. That's an important coaching point. Some of you may not see a lot of that. Some of you might. But again, that's kind of a base of how we handle it. As you look through some of these clips, and you're seeing these from the last few seasons, some of them you're seeing tight ends involved, some of them not. I told you at the stop, we ask our quarterback to simply make a decision whether you can pull it and get 4 or 5 yards. And on several of these, you'll see he will pull it. On a few of them, you'll see he will pull and actually throw the ball to the perimeter. There's a good example of what we tell the quarterback on a misread, trying to create kind of a compilation of things and cover everything as we watch these. This is a true misread. This is in the playoffs in 2020. We should have given that. As you can see right there, the tailback has a great angle right there to hit the ball up inside. Quarterback misreads it. We tell him, if you misread, just follow the tailback. Just take care of the problem yourself. Okay, and sometimes you get lucky, right? The old adage is sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There's a great example of scoring a touchdown. All right, you can see here, we will also utilize this with an attached tight end trips. This is a formation we call rock. We have the tight end over here. When we ask the tight end to block as part of the front side, we call that flow. When we ask him to block as part of the backside, we call that boss. We will intermix those throughout these films. There's a great example of inside zone, great example of the tailback just being very patient, okay? When guys go too fast, sometimes you don't get the right cut. Here you can see he's being very patient, getting downhill, finding the cutback lane. I would have liked it if he would have stayed vertical there at the end. We don't really want him to cut back at the second level. Once you get vertical, stay vertical. Okay, there's another example. If he's kicking it a little bit too wide there, I'd prefer he stays vertical in the tube. There's another one with tight end attached. You can see we can do a good job. Our tailback just kind of squirts through there. We don't need kill shots on these. We just need simple, patient runs. There's an example of our tight end involved. He's bossing. That means he's accounting for the C-gap player. Okay, they bring a guy wide. There's nobody out there. Quarterback just pulls it. Take your 5 yards. I think one of the big points I would make about inside zone is do not overcoach that guy. Do not overcoach the quarterback on when to pull. It's just like overcoaching the tailback about hitting A-gap to A-gap. I think you can spend way too much time doing that. Here's a great example of formational variance. This is a little bit of the kind of the go-go style of 2 backs on the same side. Nothing changes. Okay, just read it. They don't have somebody there. Quarterback pulls it. Off you go. Okay, the thing that I love, there's 2 real big things I love about inside zone. One is you can run it from every formation pretty much. Fullbacks, tight ends attached, it almost doesn't matter. You can run it from almost anything you want. The other is that the RPO and play action possibilities off of base inside zone are immense. There's so many things you can do off of it, so many different formational structures, so many different types of pop passes and arrow routes and flat routes that you can run. And then obviously, once you start getting involved in the true play action game, there's a lot of stuff you can do as well. We could do a whole nother video on tight end coaching points, but again, you see some of these guys are involved in the fit. All of their rules are exactly the same. Okay, if they have somebody play side, they're going to combo. If they have, they will single on one side or combo on the other, depending upon who they've got. There's a little under center inside zone, not something we do a ton. Again, that's a much better job of our tailback getting vertical once he gets free. Here's some more under center inside zone. That's a little lead zone. Quarterback's just going to pull the ball off of that.